Tell him, come on, help you get your shit.
Hi, everybody. We're back again for another episode of College Life Book Discussions. This time featuring book number 5, which is College Life 301, Junior Seminar. And this is the characters are going into their junior year of college. I am here with Judy and Asia. And we're going to discuss book 5 today. First of all, let me tell you that my bad for being like, it's been a while since we posted one. I've been
We've been telling you like months ago. We've been said that.
We said we need a book review.
I've been really busy.
Excuses.
I've been still on the book tour, which I'm still on for 2019 also.
Well, she could have took us to do this.
And I am still on the book tour, and I've been working on trying to get some books in Barnes & Noble bookstores and the libraries. And I've also been working on book 7, which will be out April 19th.
Hey.
So, real quick, if you have not read this book or any of the books that are there will be spoilers in this video. So if you have not read them yet, you don't want to turn off until you read it.
Yeah, spoilers.
Or if you don't care. If you don't care, then watch on and hopefully you enjoy yourself. Okay, so to start off, ladies, every book I put a to-do list on. So basically, just outline some of the major things that happened within the book. So to start off, it says what's it say? Oh, adjust to new living arrangements. The girls actually move out of the dorms and go into the campus housing, which is also known as clusters. And so Chastity gets her own room, finally. And Malaysia... She's starting already! Malaysia is originally supposed to room with Emily. But Malaysia takes her stuff out of the room and moves it in with Sidra.
Exactly what I was
And Alex is in the room with Emily. So they all live in the same house. Whatever. So Emily, in the last book, Emily moves out of her mom's house and moves in with her father. Mm-hmm. So she tells everybody that she actually lives with her dad now.
She's smart.
Yeah, she's smart with that. And her mom is actually has an attitude about it and has not spoken to her about it. Okay. All right. So it's not really too much going on with Emily. So I have to ask you guys real quick, ladies, real quick. Now we're in book 5. Do you still have your same favorite characters?
Yes. And
has your opinion changed on any of the other characters in the book?
Well, if I can go first. Do you mind if I go first? All right. You know, Chastity, she going to be that number 1 all day. A1 since day 1. That's not changing. But in this book, you know, Sidra kind of... She be falling off on this book. So I had to, slow my roll on her. Had a different opinion. Emily, she, piped up a little bit. And since last book, you know, she grew some. So, you know, was happy about that. But, you know, Sidra had to be like, whoa. Chill.
What? No, bitch! You gotta excuse that, but she pissed me off. No! That never happened, first of all. That happened last book, and she never got beat up. She never got beat up by Emily. Ever. We're not gonna play Chastity like that. Chastity will whoop Emily. She will break her hand.
Y'all remember last book when Emily was like...
Whoa!
And Chastity was like, get her off me. So Emily was like, no.
So you starting your stuff?
First, we're not gonna rest already.
Because that didn't happen.
Right.
That didn't happen.
Y'all must not been reading the same book.
She lying.
But
so anyway,
my view on the characters stayed pretty much the same. I'm loyal. You know, I'm a Leo. So Malaysia, I'm always team Malaysia. Always team Malaysia, record to the fullest. Sidra. I feel like Sidra's no good.
Okay. So I'm gonna let you hold. Go ahead and do that, and then we're gonna tell you. We're going to get into what happens, and then you can finish.
Yeah, Sidra. You gotta watch people like Sidra. You know, I just feel like Sidra is an opportunist.
Yo, I think you going too far.
Okay,
so you know what? Okay, listen. Okay, so one of the things that happens in this book.
I love Chastity too.
Yeah. So one of the things that happens in this book is Sidra, if you've noticed for the last 2 books, Sidra was talking to this guy that she met on book 3. In the book 3, his name is James. And James is 7 years older than her, and
loyal.
Right, so 7 years older than her. She's 21. Anyway, 7 years older than her. And they've been talking long distance because he works in D.C. He works in D.C. and she lives in Virginia in school. So this book, she turns 21 years old, and James comes down and he takes her out for her birthday, whatever. So before this, of course, everybody knows Josh. Everybody reading knows that Josh
he's in love with
he's
her.
in love with
Anybody that's not stupid will realize Josh has feelings for Sidra.
Why else would you carry somebody's book?
That could be
Josh.
somebody being nice.
Josh is in love with Sidra. Sidra is not aware of it. Okay?
No, she just dumb.
Please, I just want to finish what I was saying. We've been drinking and it's just hot.
For real, I didn't say anything.
So, Sidra, so Josh is in love with Sidra, and he has never said anything to her about it. And just what happens in this book, especially when Josh feels jealousy, especially with her talking to James, especially when James comes down and takes her out for her birthday. So Josh finally, in this book, tells Sidra that he is in love with her. He hopes that she feels the same way, but she doesn't.
I'm gonna sip this tea.
And she tells him that, and he does not take the news well. So he basically accuses her of just liking James because he has money, which isn't the case. And he basically, in so many words, just say, I think you knew because you just wanted me to do whatever you wanted me to do, and blah, blah, blah. She's like, why you talk? First of all, why you talking to me like this? Why you thinking this of me? We know each other for years. I love you like a brother. You're my best friend. But that's it. And Josh ends up getting in his feelings really hard, really bad, and he says he doesn't want to be friends with her anymore. So that is one of the major things that happens in the book. He kind of shuts himself off from her and kind of from everybody else. So I'm gonna let y'all go ahead and comment because this one got a lot to say.
Before you start, all right. Remember where we at in this book.
Remember, we on 5.
We on 5.
Okay.
All right. And 2, don't listen. We all know Sidra. We know her. All right. So we'll come at her too harsh. We know she a little naive, a little stupid. You know what I'm saying? Yo, she's stupid.
I got you.
In this book, she's stupid.
I got you on this.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna give you your platform to speak, but just remember, we in book 5.
I feel like you grew up with somebody. So they get to see your changes, you see theirs, or whatever. You're not going to tell me that I'm going to have no clue that someone is in love with me. When someone's in love with you, even when they try to hide it, they can't. Little things that he does for her that he don't really do with the other girls and stuff like that. So
well, maybe she thought that because they are the closest. They grew up together. They families. So he's not going to carry Mark's books. He's not going to carry David's books.
Why not? They cool.
Come on.
Listen,
cool.
Listen,
my perspective, I think that she knows.
I don't think that she knows. She doesn't, because
if she doesn't know how he feels about her, she knows how she feels about him. Period.
No. It's okay to be oblivious to certain things, because sometimes, when you have that relationship with...
stupid.
She genuinely...
She was stupid. I'm not disagreeing that she's not stupid, but I'm saying it's okay to realize that...
So why is she stupid, though?
Because it's definitely clear, even as a reader, it's clear that this guy has feelings for her.
It's clear to us.
But...
It's clear to her, too.
I don't think so.
Y'all are making Sidra seem really malicious right now.
She's not malicious. She's just dumb.
She is oblivious to how Josh feels, but Sidra is not hurting him just to hurt him. She genuinely.
All I'm going to say is
she genuinely does not
have feelings.
Then I say keep that same energy.
But you got a lot of built up animosity right now.
No, I'm down with double Sidra. Just keep that same energy.
But my thing is I just feel like
coming at her like that.
I'm not coming at her because I see it from her standpoint, but at the same time I'm just like, come on, you see what he's doing. He's high key flirting with her, and
Josh ain't flirting with no damn body.
He high key flirting.
Josh ain't flirting with nobody.
He in his little way he flirting with her,
I don't know why.
and that's why he said, listen, I love you. And she blew him off, but at the same time...
But she didn't blow him off like, oh my God, ew. No, she was like...
I love you too, like a brother. Keep that energy.
So anyway...
You said a roommate. You mad now?
I'm big mad.
So anyway, Josh, he gets in his feelings and he starts shutting people out.
My thing is just because she didn't reciprocate the feelings,
right,
maybe you should stop the friendship.
Right.
And that's because what she didn't want to deal with. Maybe she's not stupid.
No, he was trying to be like.
But Jason did the same thing. Jason did the same thing in book 3.
But Jason different.
But Jason, he and Chastity actually slept together, and he actually had a hope that after that happened, that things would progress the way he wanted, and it didn't. And so he got his feelings too when he did that. But Jason and Chastity are in a different than Sidra and Josh. Mm-hmm. It was never expectation for them to be in a relationship.
But my thing, even still, with Josh though, like if you had feelings for her for so long, why you just not waiting to say it?
No, I can get that because it's like that's the case. As soon as the second he knew it, he could have said something.
Right,
He was still not the situation. Yeah. Thinking that Sidra liked him too because maybe she was giving off some type of vibe that she liked him too. But we're not gonna go there because Sidra
I don't think she was giving off a vibe though.
She didn't know. Just like
I don't think she was giving off a vibe. I think she was genuinely saying, "He's my friend. He's helping me do this. We grew up together. Our families know each other. So why would he do this?"
So anyway, the guys end up end up getting on Josh about acting like an ass.
Which he was.
Oh yeah,
but like Mark got with him, David got with him. They were basically Mark was in so many words like, "You're not Jason, dog." Like
Josh not about that life. He was corny. I'm not talking to you again, bro. She's like, so?
No, she wasn't. She wasn't like so. She was like, everybody else was hurt by that. Though.
Everybody else was looking at him like, "Man, you stupid. Like, what are you doing?" Yeah. You mad because somebody ain't got the same.
See, stop!
Allegedly.
So Josh ends up checking himself or having people check him. He ends up looking inside himself and saying, "You know what? Okay, fine." So he does tell Sidra, he's like, "You know, I know I shouldn't be acting out like that, but I do have these feelings, and they're not going to go away. So I have to just kind of back off a little bit from you." So that was he came to that conclusion. They're still friends. But he just kind of like, he knows he has to back off. He can't really hang out the way that he used to with her because his feelings are still raw. And he knows that, as far as he knows, it's not going to happen ever. So he has to deal with that. So another thing that happens, major thing that happens in this book is Malaysia. Now, Malaysia has been talking to this guy, Tyrone.
You better call him Tyrone.
No, we don't want to call him. So she was talking to this guy, Tyrone, since book 3. Since book 3. And Tyrone has put off some vibes that he is not necessarily a good person. He's very jealous, very possessive of her. And I didn't touch on. I touched on like little things in book 4. You know, Malaysia lost her virginity to him and stuff like that. He did come up. Oh, come on. She.
That was stupid.
Come on.
That was stupid.
Come on. I felt really bad about doing that. Go ahead. Get her. I felt really bad about having her lose her virginity that way. I really did.
See, I don't think Malaysia was stupid. I feel like she made a bad decision.
Stupid.
No, I don't think she made a bad decision.
If you think about it,
she did, but all her friends was telling her about this guy.
It was just one.
Her best friend was
telling her about this guy. Like I said last year, she not the relationship guru. It's like she gonna have to learn for her own. Excuse me, and make her own decisions or whatever.
Which is very true.
She did make her own mistakes.
All agree that wasn't the smartest decision.
It wasn't.
But I wouldn't call her stupid. I think
she's not stupid.
She's naive.
She
was naive.
That's the right word. Naive.
She did it because she thought it was going to help her relationship. And you should never sleep with somebody thinking that it's going to help your relationship when the relationship is already bad. That's. Oh,
I'm moving this over here.
So
I did absolutely nothing.
I don't trust you.
So in this book, I actually write that Tyrone. I actually put in the book that he actually does abuse her. Now, the first thing is, by the end of book 4, Malaysia, after the whole surprise party thing, they out to lunch or whatever, and she receives a phone call from Tyrone, and she's after the phone call, she's upset and crying, whatever like that. Chastity doesn't want to talk to her because they made a pact that they're not going to talk about Tyrone ever because it seems to affect their friendship. So in this book, it's revealed. In this book, it's revealed that after that phone call, she went to go see him over the summer. And he ended up slapping her. Mm-hmm. They get into an argument. He slaps her and she leaves. So she hadn't seen him since like the summer. So he shows up at her school and she's like, "Hell," and he comes, apologetic. "I want to give you a present for your birthday, blah, blah, blah." And, she's like, "How can you come over here acting all nonchalant and you hit me? Like, you hit me."
Scumbag stuff.
Right. Fact. So I don't, and then he, he puts on the front, begs him sorry, blah, blah, blah. So she agrees to go out with him again. Like, she's kind of like,
she's in a real abusive relationship.
She's reluctant, but she's in abusive relationship. He starts off like mentally and like possessed, like he's very possessive, but then it progresses to where he actually beats her. One thing I didn't write the slap in the book, but the first part that I actually write in is when he grabs her wrist. Like, they're about to go somewhere, she's late, he comes in with an attitude, you know, whatever, and like they're out to dinner and she's like, you know, you were rude to my friend, you were rude to me. He's talking all kinds of crazy to her in the car, and she's ignoring him, but she's like, I'm not dealing with you. He gets all mad or whatever, and he grabs her wrist and he squeezes it, and she, you know, jumps out the car and she runs or whatever like that, and she has a bruise on her wrist like the next day, and he comes to the house with flowers. And I'm sorry. She's like, you can't hurt me. Like, she likes this man. She really cares about this man, but she doesn't want him to hurt her. But she can't leave him alone.
Right.
So she's just like, you can't hurt me anymore. So he promises. But later on, because he's jealous, he sees her with Mark on several occasions, just talking, and he gets real jealous about it because he thinks that her and Mark got something going on, and they don't.
They don't have anything going on, and
to her, Marcus is like,
right. So Marcus is just like, he's my friend. He annoying as hell, but he's my friend.
He's like a brother.
Right. He's like a brother. So, but toward like, if he eventually ends up beating her, like he takes her to his place, they get in an argument about her talking to Mark. And he actually pushes her, and he pushes her on the floor, and he kicks her. Like, he actually beats her. For the first time, he beats the hell out of her. And she ends up going to Chastity to talk about it. And Chastity at first is like, I'm not talking about it. I don't want to hear about no arguments. We said we were going to do this. You know, every time I say something bad about him, it affects our friendship. You go back to him, I'm not doing it anymore. But Malaysia actually had to show her the bruises. Like, you were right about him. He does this. Yes.
Do you think that's being a good friend?
I think,
to an extent,
this. They have had some nasty fights regarding this man, because Chastity has an opinion. Like, Chastity saw things in him that Malaysia did not want to see.
Right.
And so Chastity's trying to warn her about it, and Malaysia doesn't like it because you talk about my man, whatever. So their friendship was being affected by this. Now, their thing was, and this was actually Malaysia's idea, I think.
I feel like Chastity said don't say nothing else.
She might have. But she might have confirmed it.
I think it was Chastity that said don't say nothing else to me.
Yeah. I think it was.
She might have. So, but it's like, okay, this is affecting our friendship. And mind you, they're still young dealing with things. They're not our age dealing with stuff like this. So they're still teenagers. So she's like, listen, I don't want to hear anybody anymore. When you argue, don't come to me with it, because I'm going to have my opinion, and I know you don't want to hear it.
Right.
So that's kind of where they were regarding that. I don't want to say, I don't think, but sometimes you can get sometimes you can get tired of hearing the same stuff over and over again.
That comes along with
at the same.
It does.
But at a certain time, if it's affecting your friendship, you're gonna want to be like, all right, listen, this is affecting our friendship. Let's cut a chill on it, and we're not going to discuss it. We're not going to talk about it.
Because either do you want me to say it, or do you want me to lie to you?
That leaves it open for that said person to go through things and feel like that they can't, go through things and learn things without being judged. I don't want to talk about this.
Well, she wasn't judging her. She was just
not judged, but shut out. For example, people come to me and talk about issues all the time. I'm like, I don't understand why, but they do. And it's like, yes, of course, at times I'm like, I don't want to hear this stuff. Like, don't tell me nothing else if you want to keep doing A, B, C, D. But then when that person comes, it's like,
yeah, you listen.
All
to
right, I gotta listen, but I'm mad about it.
Yeah,
everybody's different though. Like, you gotta take it with a grain of salt, because sometimes people are just like, all right, I can take this. You can talk to me about it. I'm gonna listen. But then others are like, all right, this is affecting our friendship. I don't want us to argue about this with this man anymore. You know how I feel about it. You know my take on it. It's a dead situation. Let's drop it. And then other people are like, all right, come talk to me about it. It depends on the person.
It depends on the person. It depends on the friendship, and it was really affecting their friendship. Like, they had a really, Chastity and Malaysia snipe at each other all the time, but they really had a really bad argument over this guy. So I think they were just in a way that okay, we're not, in order to keep our friendship intact, we're just not going to talk about him. But Malaysia, after she had gotten beaten by him, she did go to Chastity.
Like I said, it depends on the circumstances. Like, all right, we're not going to sit here and talk about what he's doing to me, what's his wrongs, and this, that, and the third, and me not listening. But let me tell you, this man just beat me, and I need, as my friend, I need you.
And she did. And Chastity was like, at first she was on some no, leave me alone. And Malaysia was like, would you shut up? Like, and she actually showed her the bruises, and Chastity actually just you know, she was there for whatever, and Malaysia asked her not to tell anybody, and that was not a good situation to put. First of all, Chastity should not have kept that secret.
Nope.
She shouldn't have.
She
should have kept
too.
It's hard. She shouldn't. Because her friend was begging her like, please don't tell anybody. Because if everybody knows, they're gonna go kill him.
Mm-hmm.
From the guys to possibly the girls to somebody's gonna hurt him. And like she just wanted to be in her mind. She wanted to be done with it. She said she was done with him. And she wanted to be done with it. And you know we'll touch on that later on. So that was that. Now another big thing that happened in this book is not too much with Alex in this book, but in this book
she's never like
she's irrelevant.
Even reading about like
she's irrelevant. Can we just skip over Alex?
Yeah.
Nothing really happens with Alex in this book. So
Next,
Chastity. Chastity and Jason's relationship is really like it's progressing this good in the beginning, and they're doing a lot of grown up things, and
Yes.
there are a lot of grown up things. And Chastity,
this relationship guru, she know everything about everything.
This is what we do. You do this every chapter, every
Anybody
book
spilling
review.
no oats? Who was
She
spilling
did
the oats?
Chastity was spilling the oats.
Who was spilling oats?
Jason spilling oats.
No, you won't stop. We
You
won't
do
stop.
this every book review.
You won't stop.
This is not about Chastity right now.
No, actually, we're on about Chastity.
We are, but you're not gonna sit here and start digging on her right now. This is what you're not
I
gonna
said
do.
one thing.
That's gonna progress
you-
into something different.
I said I'm spilling the oats. I'm spilling the oats.
And we know it's gonna go somewhere else. We're gonna stay on track.
So Chastity winds up pregnant in this book.
Mm-hmm. Wow.
She like her like it's kind of spelled out like over a couple of chapters. Like her attitude gets worse, her sense of smell gets more heightened, and like little things like that. And it comes out.
She don't like.
No, she didn't do it. She didn't do it in this one. No, she did. She did. She wanted something else. She wanted some cantaloupe.
Yep.
She wanted cantaloupe, and everyone's like, "You don't even eat the shit. You don't even eat it."
Ooh,
And she was like, I know. She's like, I just want it, and you know, but she ends up pregnant in this book, and she does not. Malaysia finds out because she takes a pregnancy test. Malaysia's always barging in her room, so she puts a test on.
Malaysia's room.
She puts the test on the
House
in the bathroom, and Malaysia comes to ask for flat irons. So Chasty's like, just take the damn flat irons. Just go ahead.
Malaysia's was broken.
Yeah, it's broken.
Like everything
All
else.
her stuff is
All
always broken. And it's like a running joke in the book. It broke. Why is this stuff always breaking? So she goes in the bathroom and sees the test. So she's the one who actually tells Chastity that she is pregnant because she sees the test. And so, you know, Chastity, she's freaked out because she's like, I can't deal with the baby right now. Malaysia's like, well, you have money. Money doesn't have anything to do with it. I cannot mentally deal or take care of a baby right now, whatever. So, she does not tell Jason right away. She doesn't tell Jason right away. Jason's already stressed out.
I'm joking.
Jason's already stressed out because he's trying to maintain a B average, and he's still trying to, he's training intensely for football. It's beginning to be too much. He's tired a lot. So Jason ends up getting hurt in one of his football games. Two players end up tackling really hard. He's getting hurt, knocked unconscious. So Chastity, she's stressed out. She's freaked out. She still hadn't told him. Like he actually asked her point blank because he almost passed out after a practice. She was walking back with him. She got freaked out and she ended up she started tearing up. So he was like, "You never cry. Like, what's wrong with you?" And he asked her, "Are you pregnant?" Because he noticed like her period was late. And when sometimes we may not track a calendar. Sometimes like you going through stuff, you stress. Sometimes it's late, but she really didn't track it. She didn't track it for a while. But he noticed because
He paid attention.
He paid attention because you want to get some. So he asked her like, "Are you pregnant?" And she says no. She knew when his game was coming up. She didn't want to stress him out. She tells him no. When at that time she didn't know.
Liar.
She lied to him. Stop.
It applies.
She lied to him. And when he got hurt, they're in the hospital. Her, Malaysia, and Mark in the hospital trying to find out what's going on. They can't. She freaks out. And unfortunately, she ends up having a miscarriage in the hospital.
Oh, that was dry.
Yeah, she ended up having a miscarriage in the hospital.
Sad.
That was sad. And she still, Jason came out, he came through it, but she still didn't tell him. And Malaysia's like, "Why didn't you tell him?" He's like, "What's no point? There's no point telling him."
Yesterday.
It was definitely a point in telling him, and she should have, but she
was wrong for that.
She really was. She was.
So that's why what happened had to happen.
Yeah, she did.
That's
yes.
fine, Malaysia.
So okay, so
Say what was that?
throughout the book, Malaysia, she leaves Tyrone alone for a little bit. Chastity, she moves on from her miscarriage. She still doesn't tell Jason. Jason notices something different about her. She just kind of brushes off. And eventually Malaysia, Tyrone contacts her again. And
not one of her proudest.
No, Tyrone contacts her again, and she agrees to meet with him. I don't know why, but she agrees to meet with him.
Just to talk.
He's just to talk, and he says he's going to therapy, and he's sorry. And at first she's like, I don't like you. You almost killed me, yo. And I'm sorry, and I love you. First time he said, I love you, and I'm going to therapy for us, blah blah blah. Can you come with me? She just like, I think about it, but she's going.
Mm-hmm.
She goes to his therapy sessions. She thinks she sees a change in him. She starts to him secretly. She doesn't tell anybody that she's seeing him again.
Because she knew what was wrong. She
knows.
That's why she didn't say anything.
She shouldn't have. And they plan on, like, in the book, they plan on going to this cabin in Virginia, like rural Virginia. They're going to this cabin in the winter for like a week. And this was her idea. And she comes later on because Tyrone talks her into spending the week with him instead of going to the cabin. First of all, he knows Mark's going to be there.
Yep.
So he says all kinds of stuff, pulls all kinds of mind games, whatever, and she ends up agreeing. So before they get ready to pack up to leave for school, she ends up telling them this, like, I'm not going. And mind you, Sidra, Alex, and Emily they don't know anything about the abuse. They just know they haven't heard Tyrone's name in a while. But they don't know anything about the abuse. Chastity's the only one who knew about the abuse. So when she says, I'm going to spend the week with Tyrone, Chastity look at her like,
what?
Like,
teddy bear.
Yeah, like, she's like, like, so she tells the other girls leave, because they have no idea what's going on. And Chastity just rips into her. You are the dumbest person. Why would you do this? And that's actually she found out that Tyrone had slapped her before. She didn't know that. She thought that the first time that he put his hands on her was the time that she told him about. She didn't know that Tyrone had slapped her before or grabbed her wrist before. She had no idea. But she finds this out at this time. And Chastity's a smart ass. She's like, I guess you can't get slapped to do something like that. Like, in Malaysia, they get in this big drawn out argument where Malaysia confesses that Tyrone is her first boyfriend. And that she doesn't know what a real relationship should be like because she basically confessed that any guy worth anything doesn't want anything to do with her.
Right.
Only the guys who really, because of how she comes off.
And how she dresses.
And her, her flirty, her behavior, the attention-grabbing behavior, it attracts guys who want one thing from her. And when she doesn't give it to them, or they realize that that's really not how she is, they back off from her. So, and Chastity's like, if you want better, you gotta act better. You bounce around like a fool, trying to be somebody you're not.
Right.
And you're attracting the wrong type of people. So they kind of get in this argument, and Malaysia throws in the face, like, you need to worry about the fact that you weren't around here pretending like you didn't lose your kid. And so it's a lot of hurtful stuff that was going back and forth, and they kind of leave the semester, like, on bad terms.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that argument was
really
bad.
It was. But
it's like, it's nothing is justified. But it's like, you're not going to be sitting here, Mother Teresa and me, when I know your skeletons too, or whatever. Like, you deal with yours, you got so much advice about me, or you think I make the stupidest decisions and blah, blah, blah.
But you still making
then you making dumb decisions too, so I have to remind you, you making stupid decisions too.
Right.
But it wasn't a pointless argument.
It was, yeah. Mm-hmm. It was a hurtful argument, because you really just like throwing the fact that I had actually lost a child.
Right.
But, again, she took... So then they go through the winter break, and, Malaysia and Chastity still have not spoken, and they end up at the cabin. Okay, so Malaysia is at Tyrone's place. She said she's going to spend the week. Yeah, she's going to spend the week. And Malaysia's having second thoughts when the first day she gets there, because Tyrone says he stopped going to therapy. He's still coming with his attitude. He's still acting the same stupid way. He get an attitude because she don't want no grilled cheese sandwich, no damn juice. Like, so she's having second thoughts. She's like, I wonder what the others are doing. Like, she regrets her decision to be with him instead of being with her friends.
Right.
And, others, they there, and then, Mark's wondering where Malaysia is, and they kind of talking about it a little bit, and it's like, just whatever. So, probably like the third night, maybe, Malaysia, as an effort to try to calm him down again, sleeps with him again. She regrets that, and she's ready to go. At this point, she's ready to go. And Chastity's at the cabin by herself because everybody went out to go camping or hiking or something. She said, I ain't going no damn hiking. So she's there reading the book. She's chilling. She receives a phone call from Malaysia. Malaysia's panicking. She's crying. Tyrone's crazy. Tyrone attacked her again. So she locked herself in the bathroom while he's banging on the door. And she's like, you got to come get me. So Chastity, she's like, did you call the police? She's like, I'm going to call him. Like, he's banging on the door. So Chastity, she forgets that she's pissed at Malaysia. And she goes to her.
Stupid. I'm going to call him. He's banging on the door.
Right. So she leaves out. She thinks about. She leaves out. She drives to his house. She gets the address. She drives to his house, and she actually goes to go help her. And she walks in the house. The door's open. Lights out. Hey!
It was a question. They be so defensive over Chastity, dog. I can ask one question and they ready to bite my head off over Chastity.
But you been taking Chastity. You been taking Chastity.
Because she was coming at Chastity.
Well, maybe if you stop coming at Chastity, we would have to.
But either way, neither one of them called the cops, and they should have. Yep. So that was a stupid decision on both parts. They should have both called the cops. But
that's all I'm saying. Just acknowledge the stupidity on.
All right. So Chastity goes to the apartment. The door's open. The lights are out. Stuff is knocked over, and she finds Malaysia on the floor because Tyrone had attacked her again, knocked her out. Yep. So she goes to try to help her. Tyrone attacks Chastity. So they end up fighting. He's beating her and attacking her, and Malaysia knocks him out because she comes to while they're fighting, and she knocks him out with a lamp or something.
They didn't take some boxing classes.
She put up a fight. They put up fights, but he's still a big, grown, tall, strong-ass man.
Right. And he missing a tooth.
I never said he was missing a tooth. I never said that.
I imagine he was missing a tooth.
You can imagine all you want, but this man out here, I never said he was missing a tooth.
I was definitely imagining him missing a tooth.
No,
I think it is.
I never said that.
I think it is.
Never said that. So
you draw your own character?
Yeah, she is. She draw her own character. But they go back to the cabin, and nobody's there, and they're both hurt. And Malaysia, she's like, can you not tell anybody? She's like, are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? I just got my ass beat trying to help you. And now you think... So she's like, what am I supposed to tell Jason when he finds bruises on my body that your boyfriend put on? Right. Well, just think of something. I'll tell everybody. I just need to get myself together. So she goes upstairs. Nobody knows Malaysia's there. She goes upstairs trying to get herself together. Everybody else comes in. Jason comes in. He tries to hug Chastity. Because she got kicked all in the ribs. She's in pain. So she she's letting out a whine or whatever. So he's like, what's going on? She can't lie to him anymore. Right. She can't. So she tells him everything. Jason's mad. And he's like, no, this secret stuff ends tonight. So Chastity sends Emily upstairs for a sweater because she knows Malaysia's in her room.
Right. Changing her clothes.
Whatever. So Emily goes in and she comes downstairs.
Emily a little flunky, yo.
She asked her. She didn't tell her.
She asked her. Sure.
Listen, she maturing, man. She maturing. Let her mature. Let her mature. She just moved out. She's not a flunky. Let her mature.
No, she don't need no drink. She don't need no drink. No, she don't.
No, she don't. She definitely don't need no drink. I don't like drunk Emily. I do not like drunk Emily.
Emily is perfectly fine without the alcohol. She stopped with the alcohol after she moved out her mom's house. So she's been doing good. But Malaysia comes downstairs. Well, she's not. She hasn't drank anything.
Just because she haven't drank don't mean she don't alcohol.
That's exactly what that means.
She hasn't drank anything all book.
She gonna say no,
because that one person get that one drink in them. That's already alcohol. No, it turns on the fuse.
But that's not this case. But Malaysia comes out there. She's yelling at Chastity. You told, you two-faced. I blah blah blah. And she's like, I can't keep this secret for you anymore, yo. So they're going back and forth. Malaysia's calling Chastity fake. Jason's like, yo, you forgot she got beat up trying to help you. Everybody's like, Malaysia, what happened?
Jason.
Shut up, that's my woman.
Let two girls argue.
Anyway, she literally got her behind beat by another man.
So he not allowed to defend his woman?
Not when she argued with another woman.
But he's trying to say that she got beat by a man trying to help you.
She knows that.
Alright, so son,
why you didn't say it? Mind his business.
Yo. Anyway,
Jason did the right thing.
He only stated the obvious.
Okay. If it was somebody else defending Malaysia, you would not be sitting here arguing with me right now.
Who would defend Malaysia? That was stupid.
That's not what I'm. All right. Anyway. So Malaysia ends up she's like, oh, you want to tell secrets? Blah, blah, blah. Cause everybody's like, well, what's going on? So when they finally find out, Mark's like, what? Like, Mark's ready
to whoop
behind. Cause he's like, I knew I had, cause Mark never liked Tyrone in the first place, so Mark's like, I knew it. I'm ready to go behind tonight. Like, he's ready to go tonight.
Facts.
So Malaysia, she's like, oh, you want to be telling secrets? What about the secret I'm holding for you? So she tells everybody that Chastity was pregnant. And the way she said it was, she was pregnant. Now she's not. Now you take it how you want it. So it was like made to seem like
she got an abortion.
That she got an abortion, not that she actually lost the baby.
Right. Malaysia, that was nutty.
Yeah, that was nutty. So
that was a low blow.
Yeah, she did that to Malaysia.
Yeah, she did. She did. So Chastity, she kind of just saw Ray. Jason was looking at her like, are you serious? And so Malaysia and Chastity actually fight. Like, they have a knockdown, drag out
massacre, y'all.
Fight in this book. Like, they would tear each other up like they didn't even know each other.
Like Chastity, she was throwing scratches. Malaysia.
Wait a second. Wait a second. What we not gonna do? What we not gonna do is We're not gonna do is add stuff to the scenario.
So she wasn't getting kicked off in the guts.
One kick that she was already bruised from. First of all,
it was a kick.
Let's be honest.
She was already bruised.
She still got kicked.
First of all, Malaysia and Chastity both whooped each other's behind. Major did not one up Chastity. They both whooped each other's behind. Like, they
all
fought like.
Chastity did was pull Malaysia's hair and scratch.
What? She didn't pull no hair.
Malaysia was like,
she didn't pull no hair. No, you read the book, baby.
And she was like, boop, boop, boop.
Yo, why you lying? Why you lying? So you really lying? You lying?
Chastity ended up. Who ended up with gas in the air where Chastity was choking a crap out of her?
If anybody was like,
who got kicked up? She was like,
oh, okay, so she got
Malaysia like, oh no, Chastity don't let me know.
No. Chastity was like,
Oh my god,
No,
what you not gonna do?
That's Mel. That's Mel.
They not jumping.
Mel sitting there holding her face.
No, Chastity was like, Emily, help. Emily, I saw how you slapped me.
Ain't nobody was calling Emily.
Emily was sitting there like, I feel sorry for your mom. Because Emily knew
what you're not gonna do.
What she did to Chastity.
You disrespectful.
She was.
Yo, you disrespectful.
I'm not saying what was very.
That was a hat though.
What y'all not gonna do.
That wasn't the book.
It's trying to make it seem like Malaysia just whooped Chastity behind. That is not. Like, I told you that both of them.
Chastity put up a fight, but it wasn't. She didn't put up
No, what? What? If anybody was to win, Chastity will go.
She was bang, David and Jason and Josh was pulling. Emily was pulling Chastity's arm, sliding.
You are lying.
Read the book, y'all. Read the book. Read the book, y'all. You're lying. College Life 105.
What?
301.
First of all, and Chastity got pulled off. No, Chastity got pulled off of Malaysia. She was choking Malaysia out.
No.
She was like,
nah. Read the book.
Oh my god. If I could open it and put it to
We ain't got time for that.
No, you know you lying.
Oh, see, that's why.
No. Find it. You read the books. Find it. No. Chastity got beat up.
No, she did not. Yo, why you
Malaysia
lying?
was like, yo, and next time you come out your mouth reckless,
Yo,
I'm gonna smack it straight.
You won't lie like that?
And Chastity was like,
You
it's
won't lie like
not
that?
So then they
You
both
won't lie
like
like
that.
that?
And then
You won't lie like that?
Chastity did push Malaysia first.
I'm
Malaysia
wrong.
fell
You
off
won't lie
the
like that?
chair.
You won't lie like that?
But Chastity, Malaysia got
You
that
not
black
even
out.
focused.
She was on
You
her
won't lie
back.
like that?
You're not even focused no more.
You gonna lie like
No,
that? Alright. Alright,
Let
we
me tell
lying?
you
We lying?
something.
Alright.
My bad. This
I'm
is a lot that got to be cut.
I'm about to whoop her behind with this book. I'm about to backhand her because she's lying. They both put up a hell of a fight. They did.
won.
They both ended up hurting each other even further because they were already hurt. Because they were
Chastity,
they were already hurt. They were already hurt. Anyway, because you
read the book. Read the book.
She lying.
And give us your opinion.
Like,
Read
you
the book and give us
damn
your
sure
opinion.
lying about Emily doing anything to her. Like, well, you damn sure lying about
They
that.
read the book, so we can just move on.
If you read the book, give us your opinion on what happened, because clearly somebody delusional about what actually
Exactly.
happened in this fight.
So anyway, after the cabin, everybody ended up leaving early because
Chastity had to go to the hospital.
They both went to the hospital. They both went to the hospital. And you're looking at me for what?
Because you lying.
Yo, no, you're lying.
I just need, just really quick.
You got look at you. You got
like y'all notice like all
she'll
these.
never drink on camera. You got her.
Have y'all noticed that all these videos they've been attacking and attacking and attacking me? It's always been 2-on-1 attacking me. Like, because Malaysia.
No, there's nothing wrong. No, there's nothing wrong with defending Malaysia, but you defend Malaysia at the expense of Chastity.
I never do. Always got Chastity's back. Always got Chastity's back. No, go back and watch all the videos.
You're a liar. You're a liar. So this whole time you was sitting there bashing Chastity just now?
I never bash her. I just state my feelings based on the book at hand.
But your feelings be
Boom.
wrong.
They ain't know what to do with that.
But your feelings be wrong. But your feelings be wrong.
No, she
You really created
You ain't Jesus.
What is Jesus? She just
Jesus, not a pop lock.
What?
Okay, so after
distraction.
Oh my God, please.
My bad.
Fully Jesus is going to pop up.
Okay.
So anyway, everybody leaves the cabin. They go about their business for the rest of the break. Malaysia and Chastity ended up sitting down. Malaysia calls her eventually because Alex feels, I guess bad. Like she's like, I don't know.
Alex, she's not irrelevant.
Alex doesn't know really what to say to either one of them. She's
she's
so she doesn't really know what to say to either one of them. She's like, one got abused, one got pregnant,
Yeah,
and she's like, I don't really know what to say to her. Her mom was like, just listen to him.
Right.
Like, don't
Also,
offer
she
advice.
told her mom she spilled the secrets too. Everybody's telling everybody's secrets. Say no.
At this point,
I
I don't
said
think
say
it's a
no.
secret,
Say
yeah.
no.
So her mom was just giving her advice, like just listen, just be there for them or whatever. So Alex actually goes, she has to sit down with Chastity by herself. And she's kind of like, checking on her. And then she's like, have you talked to Malaysia? And real quick, Sidra has an attitude with both of them. Like,
Yeah.
That's because Sidra mad because ain't nobody let her in on nothing. Like, you ain't nobody's best friend. You somebody else's best friend. Maybe your best friends are whoever you want them to be. But it's not Chastity and Malaysia, so you can't get mad at them for not telling you their secrets because you knew Malaysia longer. So what? No, yes, they all friends, but everybody got a best friend.
Chastity and Sidra were kind of close in the first.
They don't mean they best friends. Everybody can have tight relationships.
I'm not saying that she had a right to tell anybody anything because her and Malaysia are already close. You're right, but at the same time, it's just like you can't say she's not she's not best friends with everybody because she took it to the standpoint that
she's
hey,
not best
we got
friends with
close.
everybody.
We got
but
close.
that kind of touched on in 6. It was kind of touched on in 6.
So we'll shut up.
That's fine. It's fine.
We'll shut up.
That's fine. But okay, so Alex sits down with Chastity and she's
No, I didn't.
Alex sits down with Chastity and she, basically, again checking up on her and acting like she talks to Malaysia, but she's not talking to her eventually. So then Alex is on some kind of like, why didn't y'all tell us? Like, why didn't y'all tell anything to us? And Chastity was just like, the girl, like, Malaysia was the one who told me what the test said. Like, she walked into my room, but she's like, this isn't about y'all. Like, I'm sorry your feelings got hurt that you felt like we're not all close. We are close, but this isn't about
Chastity would have told Malaysia anyway, whether Malaysia found it out or not. Because that's just their relationship or whatever. But I feel like...
Yeah, Malaysia probably would have dragged it out of her because she would have like, hey,
But she still would have told her. Chastity cannot say something if she don't want to.
Yeah, true.
And I feel like...
They got so close that it was going to come out either way. And the first person she was going to end up telling was Malaysia.
Right?
Yeah.
I feel like the other girls, my bad.
Yeah.
The other girls be on some, why didn't you tell me stuff like
right.
It's not about
It's
Why
not about
didn't you tell me?
y'all.
It's the situations that happen.
Yeah.
Now it's out, and let's move forward with it.
Right.
Facts.
But it's like,
So I guess that Alex just feels like, you know, we're I thought we were all close, so why? I know it's called the best friend, but
I mean, her know too. She knows what the best
she
friend
was
is.
just that's just her feelings on it. Like I thought we were all cool. Like
That's the thing. Even just because we're all cool doesn't mean I have to tell you
yeah,
everything.
that's true. Like you have
Yeah.
every group has their own. There's certain people in the group have their own special bond. You can't tell me that everybody in the group feels the same
Right,
type of
that's
bond as everybody else.
family.
That's
Right.
not how that is.
And then at the same time, it's just like we all know Alex. She a judger. So she's like, if I tell you what's gonna happen, all you was gonna do is mind me about the situation. Well, how'd you
She
get
ain't
pregnant?
gonna mind
Well,
me the
did you not wear a condom? Did you not do
And why
this?
did
Did you
you
not
shouldn't
do
be
that?
doing this when she got
Well,
her
you
own
knew he
thing?
was
And then
beating
Chastity
you. Why did you go
Chastity
back?
had to also check her too. Like you don't know what I went through.
Right.
You don't know. Like and then she's like, I didn't want to hear it's gonna be okay.
Right.
This is
Right.
happening. I don't want to hear that.
Right.
And Alex is like, well, why wouldn't we say that we're friends? You have not gone through that.
Right.
So
Right.
nobody wants to hear that. Let me
Right.
deal with it
Right.
in my own way. And that's what Alex has to understand. Like everybody's not going to handle things the way you
wants to
think.
be woo-woo-woo.
Right.
Right. Leave me alone. So that was her.
Leave me alone.
Right, so then she goes sit down with Malaysia. She asked Malaysia, did you tell your family? She's like, no. And, you know, because Malaysia, she has covered her bruises really well. She's like, I haven't told my family. You know,
She was with her dad would have blown a gas.
yeah. So then she goes, you know, again with the why do you tell us? And Malaysia's just like, I'm closer to her than I am to everybody else.
Right,
I don't know what else to
point
tell you.
Right.
I'm closer to her than I don't know what else to tell you. Like, I'm sorry.
That's the thing. Malaysia, she may be something, but she definitely grew on Chastity, and that's one thing.
She did.
Their bond, like you
Malaysia
see
cool
through
as
the
crap
books,
for
like
real.
She is.
yeah,
She is.
yeah.
She is. No lie about that. No lie about
She
that.
like an itch you can't scratch
Oh.
that just keep
It's
coming.
the itch you don't want to scratch.
No, you want to scratch it, but she still keep coming. She still keep coming. I don't
It's
know
the
how
itch
many
you don't wanna
times Chastity
scratch.
was like, "Yo, leave me alone," and Millie Bell was like, "No."
Or
I'ma
she's
keep
the itch
coming.
that feel good when you scratch it.
I don't want to say
Like,
all. I want to say all that. I
Come
wanna
on,
say all
man.
that.
You a lie,
I
dog.
don't wanna say all that.
So
Stop trying to pipe her, dog.
Did
You
you
piping
pipe- no,
her.
you piped her.
You piping her, dog.
You
You
not
know.
talking about it.
What?
So anyway, Jason, so Malaysia and Chastity end up sitting down and talking it out, whatever. Chastity admits that she should not have kept a secret about her being abused. She does apologize for the fight because Chastity, even though Malaysia was drawing, she was drawing with telling her, but Chastity did attack her first.
She learned her lesson about
You a liar, bro? Like, come on. You want to stop? So
You know how, like when people get defensive.
Read the
You
book.
know what they say.
Just read the book. Just read the book. You'll see who's telling the truth and who's not. Just read
Anyway, so they ended up making up. So Chastity apologized for the fight. Malaysia also apologizes. Malaysia also apologizes for how she was treating Chastity as far as Tyrone. She was like, "You were just being a good friend to me. You know, trying to be a good friend. And I was taking everything out on you." And you know, she apologized for bringing up the baby. And they actually, they move forward. They make up and they move forward in the relationship. So
like any good friend.
And guess
Yeah.
what, Sidra? They still best friends.
We're not even talking about Sidra. We're not even talking about Sidra.
I'm gonna get back on Cinder in a minute. So I'm gonna finish. So Jason, are we over? Okay. So Jason, so it ends off.
1 minute.
Okay, we'll be fine. A couple minutes over. So Jason and Chastity. So Jason and Chastity end off kind of on a iffy note. This book. So Jason's pissed off. So after the whole fight thing, after the fight, Jason and Chastity gets into this argument because Jason's like, no. I'm sorry. Give it a bottle, yo. Just give it a bit.
That's real petty.
Yeah, I'm petty. Taking my drink. I only got that one. But
All three?
Jason,
No, just-
Jason is upset because Chastity did not tell him, and she should have. He has every right to be upset. And she's like, I was only trying to protect you. There was no point. There was no baby. He was like, you still should have told me. First of all, you should have told me when it first
From the
happened.
get-go.
You
Definitely.
lied to me.
Cause you wouldn't have been as stressed.
You lied to me when I asked you. Then you didn't even tell me. So you had first of all, you had to go through that by yourself. Like that was something we should have went through as a couple, as
Exactly.
parents. Like you didn't. You robbed me. Like you robbed me of a chance to be there for you and to
Right.
want my child. Like you didn't
Right.
even. You know, so
He had
was
every
upset.
right. He had every right.
He had every right to be mad at her, and she's because she still has to
definitely
learn. She has to learn it's not just about you. Like you're in a relationship, you have to handle things a certain way now. Like you can't just think based on what you think is okay. Like
Right.
you have to consider his feelings
Ain't
too.
that crazy though? People say like do what's best for you, But at the same hand, say it's not about you. You got a relationship.
But at that point, it wasn't.
But that's the thing.
That's
like,
crazy.
You didn't
right?
give him
But
a
it
chance
is.
to mourn his child.
But
At the end of the day, it was.
No, I definitely understand.
Yeah.
Like, she's definitely wrong.
Yeah.
But just that those things.
Well, yeah. No, sometimes what's best for the family is what's best for you because if I ain't happy, if I ain't happy, then everybody else ain't gonna be happy.
That's true.
But anyway, so yeah, so he ended up walking off. He ended up leaving her. Like he walks off at the cabin. He walks off and leaves. It's like I'm done. I don't want to look at you right now. And she's at this point like I think he left me. He left me. And she's like when she's talking to Alex at dinner, she's like when they sat down, she's like she breaks down crying. She's like I miss him. I don't know what to do. I've been calling him. He's not answering me. And I was like you need to go to him. You need to go talk. You need to go stand in his face and talk to him. Yeah, he can hang up on you. He can ignore you when you're not in his face.
The only smart thing she had. That's what it says.
Never read Alex.
The only smart thing.
I know the only valid thing. I'm like,
Right.
So
Alex,
so Chastity goes.
think
She
she's
goes to
safe,
Jason's house. And Jason's like, "Get out my house! Why you here?" He's still in his feelings, and they're arguing back and forth. And he's asking her when it happened. And that's when he finds out that she actually lied to him. And like, he's like, "I asked you,
Right.
Black. I asked you, and you made me feel like I was wrong or something was wrong with me because I noticed something was different about you."
right.
And so she's like, she's apologizing to him. She said, I can't change anything. I'm sorry. What do you want me to do? She's like, I want this relationship to work. I do love you. How can I fix it? What do you want me to do? I'll do it. But then she's asking him on the same token, like, am I wasting my time here? Like, are we going to get past it or are we not?
Right.
And he basically tells her, like, I want to be with you, but I need time, yo. Like, I need a minute.
Which is valid.
Right. So she walks out, and at that point, you don't really know how the relationship is going to end up.
I think
And that's
he
how it
was
ends.
just being a little dramatic.
He was
too.
in his
Yeah, so
feelings. He was in his
yeah,
feelings.
No, I understand he was in his feelings, but it's like, okay, it already happened. It's said and done. What's your space about?
Right. Well, he needs time to process.
But
it, though.
also you have to realize that
It's like because you still want to be with Chastity.
Yeah.
Damn well you wasn't.
He
breaking up with her.
just hurt. He's hurt.
But
Which
this
is
is also about growing and learning as a person. Like these are new adults. Like these are young adults wanting to new in adulthood. So they have to learn how to handle things. And the way that they handle certain things are not necessarily the best way, but it's the way that they know how to handle it. So yeah, he could have been a little bit dramatic with that and drawn out with it. Yeah. And I heard that a lot too. If he don't get his stuff together on the time next book, she didn't find somebody else. I
It's
understand.
like wipe your nose.
What?
It's like,
You know what? Carry out your feelings.
it's like I understand, but you have to understand also that these characters are still learning how to navigate and handle their own feelings. Like,
This is her first
I was
relationship
never like
too.
that as a kid.
My thing is, this is her first relationship. She's never been with someone like this.
What
so
you mean you was never being dramatic?
I ain't never made no mistakes.
That's a
Shut
lie.
up. We're not.
Listen, listen, I could just see that's a lie.
I look like a mistake.
Do you look like?
How can you just look at me and tell that's a lie?
First of all, we're not going to go into this lie about I never made a mistake. Everybody has made mistakes.
So they say, but you don't know everybody.
Just shut up.
You don't. So how can you know what everybody does?
Because-
Whoever said everybody makes
because
mistakes
we're
does
human.
not.
Whoever.
everybody.
So I guess
Because we're
everybody
human.
is perfect.
Because
Everybody's
we're-
perfect.
because
Somebody's
we're human.
perfect.
God don't make mistakes.
Yes, he did. Deserve me. Yeah. Deserve me.
Hallelujah. Hallelujah.
Everybody makes mistakes.
Wait, that my Hannah Montana.
So Hannah Montana.
Everybody makes mistakes. Oh yeah, everybody makes mistakes. Everybody makes mistakes.
One is really not in this story.
I don't think that's the word, but my bad.
So that's how the series ends off. Okay, so the next book is book 302, Advanced Placement. That's their second semester of their second semester of their last semester of their junior year. Yes, and then book 7 goes into their senior year.
Did we talk about Emily?
She's not relevant in the book. She's not relevant.
Yeah, we did
in
in the
the
beginning.
book.
In the beginning, she moved with her dad.
But-
Not too much happened with Emily in this book. She did get off academic probation because she was on it by the end of book 4. So she's actually off of it now. She worked to get off of it. Not too much happened with Alex. She was still dealing on and off with Eric.
Eric.
Oh wait, no. She started dealing with Eric this book.
Oh, so that readers don't know about the.
Right.
They don't know about Eric?
They don't know about the FB.
Eric. Okay, so Eric. Oh, real quick. Oh my God. Yeah, that's right. Alex did. She met a friend this semester. Alex met his friend. His name is Eric.
He was born
His name is Eric, and Eric is not her boyfriend. Eric is Alex's F buddy.
Yo, why do I remember that?
I know.
WB. Yeah.
Alex is Eric's F buddy. So she meets this guy, and she kind of moves really quickly. They end up sleeping together really quickly.
Really fast.
Probably like a week.
Really,
she probably met like a week or two.
She dropped them drawers.
Yeah. Yeah, they
But she ain't getting that since Paul.
She hasn't gotten since Paul.
Right.
So Alex was feeling all hot and bothered. And she met this guy, and they were talking and cool, and she ended up slept with him.
I can't wait to be able to get on her. I know we can't do that this time around.
Well, because not really too much. Now she did.
She's a judgmental prick too.
Yeah, she's real judgmental, but
that's all right.
So she told Eric that she does not want to be in a relationship. Eric wants to be in a relationship with her, or he just wants to date her.
Mm-hmm.
He doesn't just want sex.
He likes her. He likes her,
but she doesn't want it. Oh, I'm busy with school. I don't have time. Blah blah blah.
She openly wants to be a hoe.
Yeah.
So,
and he's trying to wife her, and she's like, "No, I just want to smash."
She really don't want to be a hoe, but
that's exactly what she wants to be.
So
she just wants to dip her feet in the waters.
No, she want that water, but she only want the water.
She's trying to dip in the waters. In the waters.
So I mean, we'll touch on later on, like in other books, why she really doesn't want a relationship.
We know why she don't want a relationship.
But like for now, like so she's like, I don't want a relationship, and he's like, fine. Well, if I talk to somebody else, you
can't get mad.
Like, no, I'll be fine. So in one of those things,
she get mad.
One of those scenes, she actually gets an attitude with Chastity because it was snowing outside. They were walking, and she sees Eric talking to some girl. She doesn't know what they're talking about. She don't know who this girl is, but she just gets an attitude. She gets in her feelings. So she ends up throwing a shoe. Chastity made fun of her, like, oh, she just got an attitude. She got an attitude because she saw her F buddy talking to somebody. Mm-hmm. Alex gets an attitude too. She throws a shoe at her. She misses. She throws the second one and hits her. Then she gets up and grabs Chastity's hair. Mm-hmm.
And see, if Chastity was about that life,
Chastity is about that life. We're not going to do
Chastity
this.
attacked Emily. Chastity attacked Malaysia, but she ain't attacked Alex.
She did.
Because she know Alex is bigger than her.
Alex. Chastity did grab Alex because Alex, she didn't pull it, but she grabbed it. She put her hands on her. Mm-hmm. So she grabbed her hair, and Chastity kind of grabbed Alex's hair and kind of pulled it like harder. Alex let it go, but Chastity still had it. Like she was still pulling. I would yank it like whatever else. So Malaysia kind of like broke it up. It was like, go in your room. Like Chastity go chill, go in your room. And they kind of Malaysia got on Alex was like, you tripping? What you tripping for? Because he lied to me. He said he was talking to somebody else, and he would tell me. She was like, that man don't owe you nothing.
He don't. You like say you just want
not even your man.
Like, she was like, well, he don't owe you anything. That is not your man.
That's
he owes you nothing.
Man.
And she didn't want him to. He could be.
Right.
But how you mad that he talking to somebody else?
He was like, basically was like, yo, I want to be with you. She basically was like, yo.
Nobody heard that.
I heard it.
But yeah, so that was that. So Alex decides after a while that she can't do the casual thing anymore with him. So they just end up friends. So yeah, I totally forgot about that. Alex did meet a friend, an F buddy.
No, Alex didn't say that she couldn't be with him.
Yes, she did.
Said it to her,
No, she said it to him.
In this book, she said that she could not do the casual thing anymore.
Oh, snap. Spoilers.
It's 4 o'clock.
Okay. So yeah, so that kind of concludes the discussion for 5. And, huh? Okay, so
see?
I'm just saying.
So
let's look at this list.
Yeah. Okay. So that concluded book 5 discussion. And anybody have any remarks?
Only remark I say is stop focusing on Chastity all the time in these book discussions.
It's funny because I don't focus on Chastity.
No,
I don't take Chastity, but Chastity always comes up in these books and doing something trying to be somebody's mama too.
No!
She's not trying to be somebody's
Not nobody's mama. She always got something to say. She always think her opinion is set in stone because she said it. Yes, she does.
And you can't be mad because I was trying to test the waters. You trying to test the waters?
Alex.
I was trying to test the waters. Make sure everything was like ting.
Alex was trying to test the waters, but no, get the fuck out of here, Alex.
She was trying to test the waters, make sure.
No,
and then when Bo was like, yeah,
she was trying to swim that one. He was like, no, you too fat. You need a life.
Hey! First of all,
He
there
said-
is nothing
he
wrong
said-
with Alex's thickness, and
said,
Eric
I don't want no
likes
mop
it.
top.
And second of all, that is not what he said.
He said, I don't want no
He said,
box
can
top.
you please stop wearing yellow shirts?
He said, can you change
And
your
she's like,
colors
"That's
in your
just
outfit?"
me.
And he was
That's
like,
just
no.
me.
He's like, if you can't change your wardrobe, hun, I can't be
He's
with
like,
you,
I
son.
can't.
I gotta go. Like, he was
Ugh.
just like, he threw up the
They're
peace
so
sign.
full of crap.
But she tested them waters and she couldn't take it. Maybe the pipe needed with you.
She's stupid.
So-
maybe she couldn't take the pipe. I'm just saying, maybe she had to skedaddle. Just
No, she. I keep forgetting that song.
See?
Alright.
See? Damn. Okay, so real quick again, book 7, which is College Life 401 Senior Experience, will be out April 19th.
Won't be gang
See
signs.
ya, experience.
Yeah, so after that, there will be 2 more books coming out. I do not know when book 402 will
college
be out.
life is about to end.
It's about to end, yo. I just want to say, you know, as I read these books, I don't know how I'm gonna take
Get off my
this
face.
ending.
Get off me!
My heart is like really heavy because you don't understand the pain we be going through, and I can't.
You know what? You know what?
Yeah, so that book will be out April 19th. I'm actually working on finishing that up now. So, yeah. And I'm also almost finished the draft of book 9.
I'm gonna choke that over
She said she almost don't put that.
I
I
know.
am almost finished.
It's gonna be hard because like we can't even stalk her for no more documents. Yeah.
No, you can't.
She don't make it.
But that murder mystery coming out.
Fact. So we're gonna tell y'all about this murder mystery we got.
JP
coming
Rapper
out.
murder mystery. Who
They
they
don't be popping, dog. They don't be popping.
I don't know what they talking
They don't be popping. All right.
Boo.
So it's gonna be starring me and Judy. You know what I'm saying? We detectives and we
was
try
that
to find these
Cowboys?
murders. She said she was gonna do it, right?
Yeah, I was like-
She's trying to distract. She's trying to be distracting, but she knows she about to write this book. She and it got to do with milk too. Remember that milk?
No. Anyway.
Can I ask one question? On one video, can we please read?
It's not funny.
It is funny.
Please, can we just read it
Can we? Let's
on film? On camera? Can we?
Oh, can we do it
on
today?
live?
Can we do it on live? Yes, please. Please, let's do it on live. Please.
Anyway.
Please.
Anyway.
All right, check out this.
Find out.
Listen, check out this murder mystery. It's coming out 2021.
No, it's not. No, it's not.
First
I
chapter
didn't
coming
say
out
nothing about
2021.
that. I ain't say nothing about that.
She hating. It's me and Judy we co-producing it. She writing it. So just please, just be ready for
I don't
it.
know what they're talking
Just
about.
be ready for it.
Anyway, so
We doing a
book-
live.
we're about to do a live in a minute. The books are available currently. I've been working on trying to get the books like more exposure. So the books are currently available in 4 libraries.
Hey.
Just 1 and 2. Like I think 1 has 1. So Los Angeles Public Library has book 1 and 2. No. Yeah, 1 copy of book 1 and 2. A library in Ohio.
Just so you know, she
One of
getting
them.
nationwide. That's all that
Seattle,
Nationwide.
Seattle, South
Always
Carolina
fine.
has some in libraries, and the books. And I haven't really kept track because I've been working on book 7. But
Either
last
way,
I checked, some of the books were in about 50 Barnes and Nobles. They could
Y'all
they
better
could have
get on it.
changed because they could have sold or whatever, so they could be lower. But
what he's
Shut
trying to
up,
say
but-
is she popping right now.
But yeah,
get
so,
on these books because she popping right now. All right, get on them.
So yes, so
That's all she's
that's
saying.
what I've been working on a lot. So
That's all she said.
this concludes our book 5 video discussion. I do not know what we're going to do book 6. It will not be this long of a wait.
Oh, man,
That's
you
her
can't
fault.
believe nothing she's talking about.
Don't believe it because we waiting for stuff for
Don't
years, and
believe
she
the
just be
hype.
like,
Don't-
"Oh, it's
don't-
coming out," and then we get
Mind
like
you, I'm
2
doing
years
everything
later.
myself, so I have no assistant, I have no help. So I
No,
have to-
she's
I
an
have to-
assistant. Aren't you an assistant?
She's not.
I'm just ready to put in my 2 weeks.
Okay, well, thank y'all for watching. And thank you.
Shop aside, shop, shop, shop aside, shop
Hey,
aside,
hey,
shop,
hey,
shop,
hey,
shop,
hey.
shop.